independent. Better recognize I'm a king's descendant. If it wish to end us, then I bring the vengeance. You can't buy me with your rings of pendants, cause I'm independent. Better recognize I'm a king's descendant. If it wish to end us, then I bring the vengeance. You can't buy me with your rings of pendants. DIY gang, 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 DIY gang.
Hello and welcome to the DIY Gang Guide, your independent guide to the music industry. I'm Shao, but you should know that already. Today we're going to talk money, specifically how to make it from your music. Now, first caveat I want to put out there, when you make music, it should not be to make money. You should make music to make music, for the artistry, for the fact that you're creating, for the fact that you are bringing something into the world. You're sharing your experience, you're sharing your thoughts and feelings in a musical fashion. That is why you should make music, for the love of it. The money should come second. If you make music for the sole sake of making money, stop making music. Please go away. Stop ruining the art. I'm going to say that now. But art and love don't keep your lights on. You can't tell the councilman or the electric guy that, yo, I make music for the love. Can you give me some internet, please? That doesn't work. You got to pay. So in order to do that, you've got to make some money from the artistry. And that is difficult. It's difficult to separate your brain into a creative space and into a business space. And not everybody can do it. But over this series, I want to show you ways that you can do it and ways that you can legitimately build a career independently that will sustain you and that will allow you to live full-time off your music, because that's exactly what I do. I live full-time off my music career, off the things that I make. I don't work for anybody else. I don't answer to anybody else. I don't have a boss. I work more hours than most people. But you know what? I love what I do and I'm extremely happy with what I do and I love my life. Every Monday I see people complaining about the fact that they're going to work. I'm like, there's more stuff to do, yo. I'm happy. And I want you to be happy too. I want you to love what you do. And so we're going to try and get you to that point. But you gotta follow along. Don't, as I always say, just take my word for it. Do your research, go out there and experience it. Go find your own path. But I'm going to at least set you down on that path. So, how do I make money from music? How did I make money from music? I started out literally on the streets, going out there to every city centre in this country, talking to people with a bag full of CDs and selling those CDs. I've now sold over 25,000 copies of my albums. And I've built a fan base as a result of the fact that I had a personal approach with my music, that I actually spoke to people about it, that I actually played it to them, and I explained to them what I'm about. And that's how I actually made money. That's how people were willing to spend their hard-earned money on something that I made. And I can't tell you what a feeling that is when somebody takes the money that they have in their pocket that they've earned and spends it on something that you've made because they like it, because they think it's dope, because they want to see you succeed. There's no better feeling. I want you to experience that feeling as well. But I wouldn't recommend going out there and selling your CDs on the streets because it's a different time. Streaming is a lot more powerful. YouTube is a lot more powerful. People are buying CDs less. So it's a lot more difficult. There are other methods to do that, but you're going to have to find that method. I'm not just going to give you all the answers. This is the DIY gang. Do it yourself, not me do it for you. So you're going to have to find your own methods for that. But ways to make money from music. In my opinion, there are only three major headings for a music artist. So you have music, you have merchandise, and you have performing. Now, under the music heading, it's the obvious stuff. It's your album selling, it's your album streaming. It could even go down to your music videos, the money that you make off of your music videos getting played on YouTube, Vivo, etc., etc. It can go as far as sync deals, publishing. You know, when you hear an artist's music on an advert or in a show, that's due to a publishing deal. And those pay really, really well. If you can get your music into a movie or into a popular TV show, you're laughing. You're really laughing. And that's a really good way of actually making money from music. It's not easy. And sometimes you need to tailor your music specifically to a project. But if you can get it, more power to you. So there's publishing, syncing, that kind of stuff. As well as a whole wide range of things that I haven't even thought about yet, and hopefully you might think about. Under merchandise, you got headphones, you got t-shirts, you got hats, you got posters, you got so many things. There are fans out there who want to spend money on what you do. When they've listened to your music, they're not just content with buying one album or streaming you online. They want a t-shirt with your name on it. And damn it, give it to them. Why not, if that's what they want? Start off small. Don't invest all of your money into merchandise just yet. Just test the water. That's exactly what I did. But my merchandise game has grown exponentially. If you go to my website, you'll see what I'm talking about, just as examples of the sort of stuff you can do with merchandise. It's DIYagain.co.uk. If you want to pick something up, please do. But yeah, merchandise is a fantastic source of income if you do it right and if you do it well. Because think about it this way. Somebody's walking around with your name or your face on their t-shirt or on their hat. That is free advertisement for you. You know, they're walking around advertising you. They probably know they're advertising you, and they're doing it because they like your music. How powerful is that? You know, how amazing is that somebody would be willing to do that for you and not get paid for it? That's what we do every day when we're walking around with bags with a Shop's branding on it, or we've been to a fast food restaurant and you're eating out of a bag, or you're wearing a big name brand. You're advertising that name brand across your t-shirt for free. As an artist, why shouldn't you get involved with that as well? If you can make something dope that people want to wear, then do it. That is that merchandising is so wide ranging. There's so many things you can do. Like I said, I've got the headphones, I've got the book as well over there. It all started off from the t-shirts, and we'll talk in depth about merchandising as well as the different aspects of making money from music, but I just want to give you the overview. And finally, you have shows, performances, appearances, all that kind of good stuff. Standing on stage, bussing it out, jumping around, enjoying yourself, getting paid for it, performing in clubs, performing at festivals, appearances, birthday parties, even so far as just turning up somewhere and standing around and looking cool, you can get paid for. But all of those aspects, in my opinion, fall under the performances and shows category. So, like I said really quickly, how do you make money from music? There are 3 ways: music, merchandising, performances or shows. We're going to go into depth on all 3 of those and really drill down into different ways, different ideas that you can do it. But like I said, this is just an overview, just to give you an idea, just to give you a couple thoughts. As usual, I hope it helps. If you have any thoughts, comments, questions, anything like that, leave them in the comment box below on YouTube. If you know a fellow artist, somebody who wants to make a full-time living from their music, who wants to be successful independently, who wants to carve out their own career themselves, please share this video with them. I hope it's helped you. Till next time, this is the DIY Gang Guide. Keep it independent, keep it DIY Gang.